Recently, we heard about a group of young ladies from Washington who decided it was time to give back to the game that had given them so much. The girls of Snohomish United went to Cambodia with the intent to spread their love of soccer, but came back with much more.
This trip actually birthed out of a vision 4 years ago when my wife and I and our 3 girls actually lived in Cambodia for about 3 months. During that time, our girls had an opportunity to play for a Cambodian girls team. At that time, girls soccer was unheard of, you know. So the boys used to come out to the fields when they heard that the girls were playing, and they would heckle them and laugh at them. And there was an incident where my daughter was asked to take a corner kick on one of the plays, and it was early on in the game. And she had just a fabulous placement on this corner kick. And you just heard this gasp from the crowd, just, and then this big applause. And then from then on, they fell in love with my girls, as well as the girls that were playing, the Cambodian girls. They started cheering for them and rooting them on. My wife and I both kind of on the side just said, we need to bring a girls team here.
We were talking to our friend Sam, who runs the Salt Academy in Cambodia, and he was talking about how girls soccer was really starting to take off. It went from having 2 teams to having 11 teams, but the skill level was still really low. The Salt Academy really tries to reach out to kids that really would fall under the radar. They really don't have a lot of hope. They're living in orphanages or girls that have been rescued out of human trafficking, and they really reach out to connect with those girls and give them an opportunity to have a purpose in their life.
Once we decided to go, I'll be honest, the first step was pray. We prayed, because for us it was like, we can't believe this is actually happening. You know, so it was a little overwhelming at first, like, are we really going to do this? And so what we did was we sent out an email to all the parents, and we said, hey, let's just see who would be interested.
I first heard about the trip from Eddie and Carrie. They called my mom and said, hey, Lori, this is a great opportunity. We're going down to Cambodia. Would you like to join us? And my first response was, yes, I want to go.
There was 2 real purposes behind this trip. One was really for the girls that had been rescued from human trafficking, as well as those that had lived without parents and were now orphans, playing within this soccer league and organization, Salt Academy. And it was really to provide hope for them, and at the same time encourage these girls that, hey, you know what? You have a lot of talent. You are an incredible young lady, you're an incredible girl, and you have a lot to offer the world, you know. And then the second piece was to really give our girls, as well as my daughters, a global perspective and make them aware of the atrocities and the things that actually take place in the world today. I mean, it wasn't to put it in your face or anything, but it really was to just bring awareness that, hey, this is how people live in 3/4 of the world. I mean, this is a reality.
They told me that it was a beautiful country, and then obviously it's a completely different culture. So we're gonna learn a bunch of new things, and soccer is very new there, so we're gonna be able to help and develop soccer there too.
Washington State Youth Soccer was really awesome in supporting this trip. They do a magazine called Play On that they send to every player that we get in the mail, and I called to see if they would be open to us doing an article, and they were totally excited, said we could do an article, send pictures, they could donate equipment. They were doing a Sounders drive, a used equipment drive at the Sounders game, and donated equipment for us, and just really anything we needed, they were ready to support us.
Children that see a soccer ball and there's no language needed, it's the immediate translation. Language, culture, it goes beyond it. It's a simple sport. The ball rolls, we kick it, we play, push it forward towards goal, and you know, that's the really nice thing about the sport. It just doesn't require any language, it's universal.
We did share a lot of equipment with them. That was one of the aspects of our trip. They were excited. They got all these cleats and shin guards and soccer balls.
We did have some concerns in taking suburban girls or city girls to a third world country, especially in Southeast Asia. And I think the biggest was really, would they lay down what is so normal, you know, from having running water? Would they lay those things down and really embrace this country that really was kind of living in the past, so to speak?
We had a lot of meetings to prepare to go over cultural differences, and we learned a lot of their language too, so we could have a small communication. We learned how to respect elders, and we did a ton of team bonding activities, and we had fun games like trying to eat with chopsticks because that's how they eat. So it was fun, and we learned a lot before we went that prepared us well.
If you know of anyone making a difference in the world or even in their community, we want to know about it. Email us at theshow@usyouthsoccer.org. Don't forget to register online now for the 2010 US Youth Soccer Workshop that will be in Fort Worth, Texas in February. The workshop is the annual convention for US Youth Soccer and provides great opportunities to enhance your education and impact soccer where you live. The workshop will be where the 2009 Goal and Save of the Year winners will be announced, so don't forget to get those in before December 31st. Visit usyouthsoccer.org for more information. I hope you've enjoyed our show. I'm Hillary Kennedy. Thanks for watching, and remember, get out and get in the game.